All right. Happy greetings, everyone. I am not sure if I'm sideways or not. My camera is looking kind of funny here. So let me know if everything looks okay. I'm actually going to try it this way as well. So I think I'm just going to have to leave it that way. But yes, happy greetings, everyone. Happy New Year. Thank you all so much for joining me for our first Live at 5 for 2023. Today we are making our Ghanaian dish cuisine called red. And we're going to go and get started just for time's sake. I do have the recipe link in the comment section, and we'll just go from there. So I'm actually going to get my burner on. If you're here live, definitely let me know. We are broadcasting on 3 different channels. And if you're watching the replay, say hello to me as well. So one of the ingredients that makes this dish red is our red palm oil. When you use palm oil, you want to make sure you're getting oil that is sustainably sourced because palm is one of those plants that have been used in various countries where it's not native to, but like tropical countries to grow, and they've been deforesting a lot of areas. So you want to make sure you're getting sustainably sourced, preferably from Africa, which is where this particular oil is actually from. That way you are a little more certain that it is sustainable. It's been there for hundreds of years, so it's native to that area, and people have not been displaced. So definitely make sure you're getting your red palm oil from preferably Africa. If you're getting it from other places of the world, make sure it's sustainably sourced. So our oil has melted. We're going to put in our red onions. I've just diced up 1 red onion here. Some people want to know the difference between red palm oil and the palm oil you see in a lot of recipes and a lot of, not really recipes, like in skincare and then things like peanut butter and other things to keep stuff shelf stable and keep the oils together. So palm oil, or also known as red palm oil, is red in color. It's reddish orange in color, and it has a distinct flavor. It is basically pressed from the fruit of the palm, from the palm fruit. The palm seed oil comes from the seed that's inside of that fruit. So you have the palm oil, which is usually cold pressed, much like olives for olive oil, and it has lower saturated fat than the seed. Both do have saturated fat. The seed has about 80%. The fruit has about 50%. But it is a good fat. It's actually one of the fats. Red palm oil actually has more vitamin A and more vitamin E than any other plant-based oil. So it's a great oil to use for its health benefits. So our onions are just translucent. We're going to add in a lot of our other ingredients at this time. So we have our diced tomatoes. I have 2 diced tomatoes here. See someone, so I think this is from the Facebook group because it's saying Facebook user. So it doesn't tell me the name of the person, but hi, I can look back in the group to see who's saying hi. But if you want to put your name, you can put that there as well. Let's see, so we're going to put our diced tomatoes in here. So if you're watching from the Facebook page or the YouTube channel, I can see who it is. But if you're from the group, you actually have to get StreamYard permission to see your name. But thank you so much for joining in and saying hi to me as well. So we have our tomatoes in. So a lot of the ingredients in here are what makes this dish a red dish. So it's called red, and a lot of people believe it's because of the red palm oil, as well as the tomato sauce and tomatoes. So we're going to use tomato paste today. And so, hey, Adrienne, hi, happy greetings to you. So we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of our tomato paste. And we're going to add in our spices here. So for this, I'm using, let's see, let me remember everything I have in here. Half teaspoon of smoked paprika, half tablespoon of smoked paprika, teaspoon of paprika, which is also going to add to the red coloring. a tablespoon of veggie bouillon powder, but you don't have to use that as optional. I just like to have like more rich flavors in here. And then we're going to add in our curry powder, so a teaspoon of curry powder. All of this going right in. And we just want the flavors to marinate for about a minute before we put all of the other ingredients in here. Does anyone have any questions or comments at this time? Thank you. Happy 2023. Yes. I hope it's starting off well for you, Miss Adrienne, and for everyone else as well. So we have all of these ingredients in. Now we're going to add in our fresh ginger and our fresh garlic. So here's my fresh ginger here. I minced it up from fresh. Just like you could use a mincer. Go and get that in here. And we're going to put in about a tablespoon or half tablespoon of our fresh ginger. So just put in about a tablespoon of fresh tablespoon of fresh ginger just went in there. So I'm going to put in a half tablespoon of fresh garlic. So I'm just peeling it right now. That one go, that's okay. We got a couple more here. We're just going to dice this up. So this is a traditional West African black eyed pea dish, also known as cowpeas. And it's basically it's from Ghana, but other countries do make this as well. It reminds me a lot of Hop and John, which is a traditional African-American dish that we eat for the holidays, especially New Year's, for luck, and also for Juneteenth. So let's see, I'm just going to dice up our fresh garlic here. Does anyone have any questions? Just dicing it up. And this has a lot of great benefits for the garlic, fresh garlic especially, for our immune system, which we always should be working on. So spicing it doesn't have to be super finely diced. Just like mince it as best you can. If you're using a knife, if you're using a garlic mincer, that's great too. You can also use jarred minced garlic. All of that will work fine. Get our garlic in here. And now we're going to add in 2 cups of vegetable broth. I think we're going to just do okay. So we have our veggie broth in here now, and then we're going to add our black eyed peas. You can use canned black eyed peas and rinse it, or the recipe calls for using dried, which you can just, make sure you're sorting it, taking out any of the stones that might be in there. Rinse them, soak them for, I like to do the overnight method really, but for time's sake, you can do the quick soak, which is basically boiling it for 1 minute, turn the heat off and let it soak for about a minute. You do black eyed peas dried, soaked for about a minute. Cooked for a minute, then soaked for about an hour. After you do that, you're going to rinse it off again and then cook it for about an hour until the peas are soft enough for you to squish with your fingers. If you're using canned, you just need to open up the can, rinse it off, and you're good to go. So we're going to put that in. I'm just having issues today. That's all right. So let me get my towel. There we go. That's what happens when you take off for 2 days or 3 weeks. Yes. I haven't been here for a little bit. So we have all of our ingredients in here. I'm going to put the lid on, and that's going to cook for about 10 minutes. While that's cooking, I'll show you the finished version because I've already done some. And this is traditionally served with fried plantain. So I'm going to actually fry some plantain up just before serving it to my family. for time's sake, I'm not going to do it here. We'll do that, save that for another day. Right. Take this off. So let me show you our red, which is very red. Depending on how thick you want it, because basically it's a stew. You can use less water or more. I'm going to serve this with rice as well. So I've already made my jasmine rice here, or you can use basmati rice. So I just have rice, and here is our red. So it is ready to go. Like I said, it's traditionally served with fried plantain. I'm just going to slice my plantain at an angle and fry it in some coconut oil on high heat. It'll take a few minutes to do. Also to this, we want to add in our scallions or green onions. So let's go and add that into that pot. Does anyone have any questions? As always, if you're watching the replay, if you have any questions, you can just put it in the comment section. Make sure to tag me just tag me or Holistic Wellness and Health, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you just make the comment, I might not see it right away. Sometimes I get notifications, sometimes I don't. So I'm going to put 2 scallions in. This is a beautiful red dish. So I'm going to dice this one up as well. And I think that is it. So I showed you all the finished dish we're going to eat. And I made extra. So I basically made this dish earlier, and then I just made it again for you all, so that y'all can see the process. The recipe is on the website at holistic-wellnessandhealth.com/blog. And you will see a bunch of recipes there. Depending on when you are watching this, it might be the first recipe you see, or you might do a search for it, and it's called Red. And it is a West African black-eyed pea stew. So, oh yes, thank you. It looks good, smells good, is good. So if you make this dish, definitely let me know. Apologize for the camera issues. I don't know why StreamYard is doing this to me today, but it's all good. You all got the gist of what I'm doing, and I might just do this again at another, for next month, for Black History Month. We do have some in-person cooking demos coming up, so if you're in the Baltimore area, definitely feel free to join in. Those I will be updating the website this weekend. I have been pretty much on vacation, mentally for the past couple of weeks, so I do need to catch up on some things, but I will update all of that for you all. So I think that is it for me. Beautiful people, thank you all so much for joining me. I will see you all next time, I believe next week. We'll see what happens. I have some things going on, so I might not come live exactly the same way, but we'll see. All right, so I will see y'all next time. Peace and blessings, everyone. Take care. Okay.